The BizConversionHist function offers daily historical conversion data from business reports. Before we start with the syntax, let me put a few things out of the way. So the first thing is to make sure that you have the add-on installed. In case you haven't installed it yet, just go to Get Add-ons, search for Amazon Seller Central Connector Gorilla ROI, install it, activate it, and put in the subscription ID. If the subscription ID does not save, use incognito mode of your browser to bypass Google cache issue. Other than that, for people in Europe, they will need to use semicolon instead of comma. We also have two of these marketplaces. The EU is all European markets, and the Euro is all marketplaces that use the Euro currency. By the way, all the currencies are local to their market. So if you have a US account, then it's going to be US dollars. One last thing is to make sure to use ranges wherever possible. So just like here, it says we can use range of value like A1 till A100. So instead of doing something like this, C3 and then hitting enter and then putting C4, then C5 individually, what we can do is we can just select multiple SKUs, or this one allows ASIN as well, so we can use either, but don't do it individually, do it collectively like this. The data you see here is for the whole account. This is on account level. So now I'm going to select a particular SKUs. This is how the filter or the SKU ASIN parameter works. So let's move to the next one. Marketplace, it's in A1. I'm going to select that. The next one is B2B. So this parameter, it's included by default. So right now you see this B2B parameter. If I want to get rid of it, I can type in exclude with quotations, and this should exclude the B2B column. So yeah, I got rid of it. And I can do it this way as well. So let's say I only want to see the unit session percentage. I can select this right here within quotations, and I'm only going to see this column, not the B2B one. Or I can just do B2B, and I only have the B2B column now, the B2B data point now. Okay, so the next one is days. Let's select H1, and let me take you through something interesting. So right now it's not going to show you 5, or let me select 20. It's not going to show you data for the last 20 days. The reason is we have last 30 days selected here. Until and unless we use custom, it's going to default to the last 30 days. So let's do custom now. If I type in 20, it will show me data for 20 days, you see. So make sure that you select custom when you either use days or when you use start and end date. By the way, also make sure that if you type dates, make sure to change the formatting to plain text. Okay, so let's put the start and end date as well. There's one more thing that you need to look out for. So I have now added the days. So start date, end date, and the days parameter. Then it's going to take these dates and process the data. So this is the difference. Again, I have a few numbers here. Just if we need to see the percentages, we can do just this. Okay. Yeah, and let me just use these dates, start and end dates, remove the, okay, we can leave it like this because we have it as a cell reference. So let's go through the sort parameter. The sort parameter is going to sort your data according to the date. So right now default is a descending order. So it's showing me all the dates in descending. But if you want to see ascending, you can just type in ASC in quotations and it will work. The next one is transpose. So it's going to switch the rows and columns. Let me show how. So by default it's false. I'm going to use true here. You will see it like this. Make sure there's nothing else or the data won't show. If I type something here, it's going to show me a reference error. So make sure of this, then let me just change it back. Okay, so the header filter, it's by default it's set to true. If I set it to false, you won't see these. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to put false here. Now you don't see it. Let me just remove this and show you how this shows up. Yeah. Okay, so now this is where I will need to bring this formula here, and I can manually put in the headers here. So right now we are using like 5 months of data. Let me change it to the default setting. So when I'm having 5 months of data, the grouping, let me explain grouping. So you can either use daily. Daily is the default setting, so you see the daily numbers. But in my case, let's say I only want to see it monthly, the monthly data, I can use monthly. So right now we are using like 5 months of data. So using yearly is not going to work. So I can either use daily, weekly, or monthly. I guess the best thing to do here would be to do monthly. So I'm going to do that. Okay, monthly. Now you are going to see the data on monthly basis. So 20, 23, 10, from 5 till 10, make sure that again I'm using 110, so it's only going to have 1 day of data. If I want to do this weekly, we can just do this within quotations. Here you go. So this is how this function works. Again, make sure to use ranges wherever possible. Just like how I'm using US here, custom here, I can change it. Instead of hard coding it in the function, I can also do this, put it here, do monthly. Now I will have data monthly, on monthly basis, weekly. So this is how the base conversion list function works.